Greetings, Sanbonani, and welcome back to yet another amazing episode of The Future. And of course, I am your girl, Unotando the Creative, holding it down till the mic drops. Today, we are here at Isigqoko Lifestyle, and they're promising you nothing but a beautiful fine dine experience. So please do join me as we speak to Umnumzane Usfungo, who will be telling us about this beautiful establishment. Stay tuned in. Welcome back, and if you've just joined us, you're tuned into The Future, and I'm your girl, Unotando the Creative. Like I said before, we are here at Isigqoko Lifestyle, and sitting here with me is the man himself, Umnumzane Usfungo. We are how do they get to this level? Someone?
No, DJ.
Siyaphila njani bakithi?
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you so much ukuthi nisamkele into your beautiful space. Such an honor. Siyabonga kakhulu.
You're welcome.
All right, mhlambe, before we start off, could you kindly tell us ukuthi mhlambe nomutshela umbukele ekhaya ukuthi nje yini ongamenza ukuthi ke ahlale lana aqhubeke alalele inkulumo esoba nayo?
Well, one has to give credit where it's due. This show is marvelous, especially for us young black entrepreneurs. We've seen your work and we're very happy to be featured on the show. We've seen the wonderful work that you've done with other entrepreneurs that we also work with in the hospitality industry. If one's looking for inspiration, stay tuned and watch the show.
Thank you so much. Maybe let's start off just getting to know you before we get into the business side of things. Maybe tell us who is the biggest influence in your life and maybe what lessons did they teach you?
Well, amongst many people that have impacted my life, I think my mother. My mother taught us at a very young age that there's no shame in selling. So that is where I get my inspiration from, you know. So all you have to do is say there's no shame, it's not begging. Do business, and business is what about selling.
I think that's a very beautiful story that you're telling here.
Oh, yes.
Maybe what are your proudest achievements that you've had so far in your career?
Well, one is to look at what they've already built now. I think we've faced so many challenges with building this Isigqoko Lifestyle, and seeing it come into fruition is really, really something that we are very proud of. And seeing the place has employees, we have a staff complement of about 15 permanent employees, and that makes me very proud. Amongst other business that we have, Isigqoko is our newest baby, and seeing it run, we're very proud.
That's some really great achievements. Maybe what are your proudest or maybe like izinto ezenzekalayo in this business, like the lessons that you've learned as an entrepreneur?
Amongst many lessons, I think one is to look at risks. We tend to, as young entrepreneurs, look at opportunities and we dive all in. But it's amazing. As we are more, you don't test the waters with both feet. We took huge knocks building this business, but one learns, and we take that as a must-go fees because we don't lose, we only learn.
Maybe looking at your business growing, what is the impact that you want to leave, or maybe the legacy that you want to leave? I was a kumbula one day and be like, something ekanje.
Well, I think amongst many lessons, you look at how you impact other people's lives. You know, seeing abantu get paid because of what you built and what you have built for yourself and umphakathi in general. So I'll make an example. So normally we host an event amakhulu. The place is new and we do not have parking space. So normally we share parking with our neighbor and they do park for pay. So the neighbors are making an income, nights we're making an income, and we also do hire staff. So we impact impilo zabantu such that umuntu benefit from our establishments.
Yes. You earlier on mentioned something, the relationship that you have with your mother. Maybe could you kindly share that with us? And so forth.
Well, we grew up selling. One started selling at a very young age. We sold it all. We started with store. From there, we also sold garments. And also sold women underwear. So from that, you learn to be creative. For example, when we sold to abantu besifazane, we were taught to ungamkhombisa, but make it touch and feel the texture of what you're saying. Once they touch and they feel it, definitely they will buy. So this is what we're trying to achieve in the Isigqoko and boutique. From the moment you see me up to a point, washing motor, definitely want you to also buy something to drink or something to eat as well. Enjoy the full package of the place.
So today is
Oh yes.
It's such a beautiful story, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's the end of the first segment. Stay tuned in.
This is our bar area. Oigama Usifungo, general manager Edao, also co-founder Isigqoko Lifestyle. This is our bar area. Welcome you all. This is our bar area. Ilausula koni puzo. Yokika busipuzo. Tukala umaniwe. Ubasote. Upatinda wetu attend. Yes. And then when you left, this is our guy, Noto, like washa koni moto. And then in your far side to the left again, this is our lounge area. Now hela kona mauja. Looking at the opposite side of the lounge, there is our mechanical workshop, which is not operational for now. Opposite that, it's the space shop, which is not opened as yet. And then we have a butchery. Lautola kona inyama soft. Lautola kona inyama is the zako. That's where you order the drinks. And then opposite that, you're looking at the salon. You come as you are, uhambu mushe, hambu pebeze. So we cater for our bantu besifazane and also our bantu besilisa. You do nails, nail nwele as well. From there, you look at the top. That is where we run our office, our admin, and everything else is run over there. On our left-hand side, Babu Nene. Babu Nene runs our kitchen and also manages staff as a kitchen. Yes, and welcome you all. I hope Nuzuba is Katsi Esimnant. Thank you for featuring us. The future. Thank you.
Welcome back. If you've just joined us, Lalela Usendawile writes Kakulu. This is called Eat the Future, and right now Sihleli Isigqoko Lifestyle with Mr. Sfungo. Isigqoko, you recently shared with us about your journey, Usakula, and so forth. Maybe let's get into the business side of things. What do you mean Isigqoko Lifestyle?
Isigqoko was on October last year. October last year, but it took us quite a while. Like I said before, we faced many challenges. One just tends to focus on what they want to build and become an opportunity, and we miss the risks and the challenges that come along with building. So, for example, we had a challenge with the tribal council, we had a challenge in Malati, because sometimes people tend to criticize what they don't understand. But now the business is at a stage and we are being welcomed kahle emphakathini, and the issues that we had with the tribal council have all been resolved. So we're now a fully functional center, lifestyle center, so to say.
maybe would say, why did you decide to become an entrepreneur? Or how I go through all the trouble, they got troubles with the tribal council and so forth?
Well, I think it's a calling. So to speak, it's a calling. We've tried some other things, but we realize and busy. Once you feel, you could see this is where you belong, this is where you belong. We've tried Msebenzi. There was a time where things were very bad and one had to go back and seek for a job. Though we excelled, but we never did stay there because the vision is big. We want to build things that belong to us and leave legacy for our children and families. Yes.
Maybe what was your core mission when you started this business?
We draw so much inspiration from places like Abomex's lifestyle. So even though the core plan was to diversify because we also have footprints in other industries as well. Like you see here, we have a presence in construction, we also do engineering. So this was to diversify and have a place that you come to an income from in case one fails, because like they say, multiple income streams.
Yeah.
Like they say. So this is to build and make sure that you get paid even if the other ventures fail as well.
You're a man that has a plan.
Oh, yes.
Maybe tell us, how many employees do you have here in this beautiful space?
In this space we have in total 9 permanent employees, if I count properly. We have the barman, we have the line grill, we have the manager, we have other staff, we have the waitresses, we have the guys at the car wash, we have people at the salon because it's a business center, a left business center. So the plan is to employ more, obviously, and we also have quite more staff that we employ on a casual basis. So for example, when we have big events, we use extra security, extra waitresses, and extra cooks, obviously. Yes.
Speaking of the employees, what kind of services do you guys render here as a whole as Isigqoko Lifestyle?
Well, the vision for Isigqoko Lifestyle is to be a lifestyle center. So, like you saw when you came in, the building is not finished as yet, but we have other businesses that are already functioning. For example, we have the pub is already open, the butchery is open, the restaurant is open, we have a salon running. The plan is to have the spray shop as well. And when you look at the adjacent side of the building, we also have a workshop there. We plan to add an alignment center where you come in, fix your car, and you go. So the vision is to not go anywhere, but come in here and get all the service that you normally travel for. Yes.
So, what kind of people are you expecting to get banging in Anna? Are you expecting like local people only, or is it people genuine man?
We are not exclusive.
Okay.
But one has to really state that we are targeting a certain people. For example, our prices, you cannot compare our prices to places like taverns. We do that deliberately because we're trying to minimize some other things. Right. So, for example, our bartender is qualified, our chef is fully qualified, and all that costs money. But to leverage against those costs, we obviously have to price in that those services in our pricing as well. So we are not just a lifestyle center that is open to everyone. We're targeting your upper middle class kind of people. Yes.
Okay. Looking at the business, what are your company goals so far?
Well, our goals so far, obviously we would like to grow. Like I said before, we draw inspiration from the likes of Mojos in Durban, Abomex's lifestyle. We'd like to see ourselves, providing those services and be much bigger and be quite attractive for them. So the goal is to take care of our people. Firstly, our employees, they come first. Take care of the community that we serve, obviously. And yes, become a responsible corporate citizen We need to pay our taxes. Without our taxes, our government cannot continue and operate. That is our goal.
Maybe you mentioned Lutzi, you into engineering and so forth. What made you to venture into this type of industry?
I love food. I love food. I also love leisure and luxury. We noticed that in the area, there's no place where you can come in, have your car washed, have something to eat, and get the holistic experience just in one place. So we sell luxury, we offer luxury to people through fine dining and fine experiences as well. So we draw inspiration so much from those people. And also, I have a family friend who once told me, food will never go out of fashion. So when you say food, you are always in business.
That's actually a very nice line. Maybe what are your biggest challenges that you've experienced so far?
I think with this business, Isigqoko Lifestyle, we get people who normally want to turn what you have planned for the place into something that they themselves want. Like I said earlier, that we are not targeting just anyone with this business. We have a few people, we have a kind of class that we targeting. So one has to, obviously here and there we bend the rules, but the big challenge is misalignment. So for example, you get people who come in with no understanding of what this place is. They come with their own experiences from elsewhere, and they come in with their expectation of what the place should be. Meanwhile, we have our own strategy, we have our own plans, we have our own offerings, and our own prices. And like I said, we do not price like the taverns that you find in the area. We price properly, like you normally would if you would visit a restaurant.
Thank you so much for sharing the business side of things. All right, we want to hear more about the future goals of Isigqoko Lifestyle. Stay tuned in. Welcome back. You're still tuned in to the future, and we are in the last segment of this amazing show. We're still here at Isigqoko Lifestyle. Maybe let's get into the future plans of this amazing establishment. Maybe first tell us, Uguti, what is the most important part of this business?
Well, the most important part of our business are obviously our employees. Without employees, there is no business. And without competent staff, you have no business at all. So the most important thing that we do is to scout talent, obviously. We want people who are experienced, people who are capable, because there's no use having a business when you do not have qualified and competent people to run your business, you understand? So that is our most important part, people. So without people, you have no business, like I said. And there was a conversation I had with my business partner, Will. The discussion was amongst developing people. The worry was that what if you develop them and then they leave the company? But the counter question to that is that what if you do not develop them, you see? So I think one has to agree to the point that people, especially competent staff. Yes.
Okay, speaking of staff and how you run this amazing space, maybe tell us, Uguti, are you happy as to how the business is running compared to when you just recently started?
Well, we have seen a huge improvement in our staff. Obviously, the plan is to develop people, skill them, upskill them, so to speak. Some people would come in with an experience from other establishments or with an experience from school, but we have we have vision, or a vision as to how things should run here. So you train people to be competent. You do not just hire them and expect magic from them. You hire them, you train them, you develop them. So we are quite satisfied with our staff. And if there's a need, we do not fire, we upskill our people. We put people first.
Okay, so you spoke of the amazing stuff that you have here, as well as the community that is around this place. Does this beautiful establishment give back to the community?
Well, Isigqoko lifestyle is new. However, within our other brands of the company, we do give back to the community. We recently gave back to the community by sponsoring a local netball team. We also gave back by buying school shoes for kids at our neighboring school. We plan to give back more, obviously, but all that is done within the means of the business. So the more business you do, the more you give back to the community. Yes.
All right. It seems like it's an amazing initiative that you guys have going on here, especially for the netball team. I'd like to commend you on that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Speaking of this amazing place that you have here, what makes it unique from other businesses that do the same thing, maybe?
I think around us, we have no competition, really. The plans to really have no competition. We plan to give a holistic, unique experience, a place where you can just come in and wind down. You come in for a car wash, you get something to drink, something to eat. You also come in for your car breakdown, because like I said before, to the adjacent side of the building, you get a workshop. But it's not fully functional for now. But this is where you're going to be fixing your cars, and with a special shop as well, where you're going to buy your car spares. So we're trying to be not only a lifestyle center, but a lifestyle and business center. So offering a whole unique experience, a holistic experience. So there's nothing like that around us or near us. So we plan to keep it that way.
All right, maybe could you kindly tell us about the future goals that you have here, or the achievements that you want to have maybe in the next 10 years to come from?
I think for every businessman, the plan is to grow, obviously, and leave a lasting legacy for your kids and for your wife, obviously. I think the goal is to grow the place, grow your employees, develop your employees, and impact your community such that if anything comes up, they're the first to defend you, obviously. So for example, when we have certain function here, like we had last year on the 28th of December, we made use of our local security company. We hired all the equipment from a local sound company. So this is how we are trying to work hand in hand with the community that is around us. So the plan is to grow from strength to strength and impact the people that we work with. That is the plan.
Seems like an amazing thing you have going on here. Thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful insight about the business, about your journey so far. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. The future, may you grow from strength to strength.
Thank you. All right, so we've come to the end of this amazing episode. And of course, today we learned that in order to have a successful business, you need to have a great team behind you, and of course, have proper staff. And of course, the amazing community around you. You need to work together in order to achieve greatness. All right, so we've come to the end of this amazing episode. Do make sure that you follow us on YouTube. It's Vertebra Productions. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post new content. Bye.